Hi all, this is D Swank. I am, in real life, I'm not feeling too well. I've got sinus infection that's turning into upper respiratory, all sorts of nastiness. But, yeah, it's been a couple months since I've done a video blog for my series, or for my channel. My mind's not all here with ick. But right now I'm at my folks' house and took some time out of the Thanksgiving week to go and say hi, or to do this, take some time out of hanging out with family, mostly because they're not here at the moment. But yeah, There's some things that are going to change with the channel. In fact, Fuzzy and I have had quite a bit of talking about it. We have hit, for the past 2 years, survival genre games pretty hard. Both of us are kind of feeling a little burnt out on the genre. 7 Days is a little different because it has the tower defense aspect to it, which we are sticking with. And we'll probably be doing more with Space Engineers on our Friday streams. But I have this feeling that ARK has kind of run its course. Neither of us are really feeling too much for it. So, with that in mind, odds are that my Monday streams will shift to something else. I may be trying to play a first-person shooter. I may do just random stream stuff, golf with friends, dodgeball, whatever. There's a lot of game options out there, and I am, I want to change things up a little bit. I feel my channel's getting a little stale, and I've noticed I've stopped enjoying ARK so much. I've also noticed that I have stopped doing a lot of editing, and I'm sorry about that. That I'm going to start trying to fix that, but in the past 2 months or so, really the time frame that it's happened, I've gotten overly busy. And my channel has suffered for it. I took on too much, and because of that I haven't dedicated the time I needed to do what I needed for the channel, and I'm sorry about that. That's really the big thing, is I haven't dedicated the time I needed to produce any sort of quality video. It's all been just unedited stream of stuff, and yeah, so I'm going to go ahead and announce here I am working on building a new computer. I've ordered almost all the stuff, but I'm not going to have the video card until after Christmas. I am writing a script for a limited arc of a scripted Space Engineers series. Fuzzy is involved with it. I may get a few others in our group involved with it. But for the most part, it's going to be short. I'm going to break it up into seasons, and it's going to be very much like, much closer to some of the older British series, where you might have 8 to 12 episodes a season. And that's kind of what I'm looking at, is 8 to 12 episodes, ranging from 10 to 20 minutes apiece. So, I'm writing that. I'm talking with other people in the community, with helping out with that. So, everybody who knows who you are, thank you. And I hope everybody who hasn't heard of this, or this is their first time hearing about it, will enjoy it. Fuzz and I are both hoping that the new Ark DLC will bring some life and enjoyment back to Ark for us, but we don't know. We're kind of feeling a little burnt out on that, and we'll find out when when Aberration hits, and we'll probably do a live stream when that happens. So, there's not much else I can add at the moment. So, yeah, I guess all I can really say now is thank you all for sticking with me, and I'm sorry about the reduction in quality of my channel so far, and I'm not happy with it. But I do plan on fixing that. I'm trying to get things better. I think that, well, in an aside, I have a lot of games that I want to play, but really, thinking about it, Space Engineers, I was burnt out on it when we stopped. I was having less and less fun in it. With the stream that we had last week, I enjoyed it. I had fun. I think Fuzz had fun. But I'm not having fun with Ark anymore. Stellaris, I'm playing a little too much of it. I want to spread that out. But I'm still having some fun with it. And I'm always having fun with Sins of a Solar Empire. However, I don't want to play games that I'm not having fun with. And I think you all can tell when I'm not having fun. So, I think I'm going to cut back quite a bit on all the survival genre. Right now, well, cut back. We're doing the mass recording of 7 days every week, and that's going to be the primary run for the channel, if you will. Used to be Space Engineers. It's going to be 7 days, probably for the next few months. We'll see how that goes. I think I'm going to have fun with it if we can keep everybody involved in it. If it falls back to just me and Fuzzy, it's probably going to end up dying fairly quickly. As for Space Engineers, it's probably going to be stuck as a stream series, the us playing survival, streaming on Friday nights, and the Ark is probably going to be cut back significantly. I'm not as into it as I was. I'm feeling kind of burnt out on it. I'm actually recording this shortly before I head off to my place with the computer to start recording, or not recording, but streaming on Monday. So, yeah. Excuse me. There's a few things that I'll probably pick up and start doing as my variety episodes that are, right now it's mostly Stellaris and whatever else I feel like. And that's got to change. I'm probably going to keep with the Spotlights and Space Engineers. I want to pick that up, and I've enjoyed the few that I've done recently, because I do like looking at what other people build. So, this is kind of me rambling, but I have a lot to say. I didn't really organize my thoughts before I started, but this is very off the cuff, and this is me. So it's not pre-thought out, it's just me talking to you. And I'm sorry about any rambling that happens because of that. But, yeah, Crunch and I have possibly finished our Stellaris series. We may look at doing another playthrough with Stellaris relatively soon. I'm going to try and talk him into speeding time up instead of having it really slow. But we'll see. We'll see. That was my biggest problem with that, is just it plodded along so slowly and boring. Blah. And I there were times in that for hours, it was like, I'm just bored. And I think that makes bad content. But hopefully I've got a lot of stuff like that I need to finish editing the series down. Stellaris and Sins are probably going to stay the way they are in hour chunks. But everything else I'm going to try and trim down, keep it below 30 minutes, and thin it out a little bit, do better editing, things like that. I'm going to try. I'm only human. But, yeah. I mean, this isn't, I'm not really trying to do this as, oh, look at poor me, I have too much stuff. I'm trying to actually say, I'm sorry, and I've screwed up, and I'm going to try and do better. I can't guarantee it, but I'm going to try. So, with that, I hope you've enjoyed this brief look into my meandering mind, and I'll see you next time. Until then, bye-bye.